If you are curious about the oil and gas industry in Canada, or if you are interested in the oil and gas industry in Canada, then you're in the right place, because in this particular video series, you and I are going to look at the entire oil and gas industry in Canada. And the idea here is to look at where the oil and gas industry in Canada has come from, where it is at the current moment, and also the future of the oil and gas industry in Canada. You want to take time to be able to understand the entire petroleum sector or petroleum industry in Canada, and especially if you're a business person or entrepreneur who wants to tap into the many oil and gas opportunities in Canada. And what I'm going to do when it comes to the videos in this particular series is to take you through an introduction of the oil and gas industry in Canada, some of the oil and gas projects that are taking place or that are planned to happen, the challenges the oil and gas industry in Canada is facing, as well as some of the key players involved in the petroleum sector in Canada. And the objective of this is to help you have a full understanding of the entire oil and gas value chain in Canada. Because if you're an entrepreneur or if you're a business person and want to be part of the oil and gas industry in Canada, then it makes a lot of sense for you to take time to actually understand the industry. And before I proceed, if you would want my help when it comes to tapping into the business opportunities across the upstream oil and gas value chain, I'm opening up a few slots for serious entrepreneurs, and you can be able to access the details to that using the link that are provided in the description below. And if this is the first time that you are meeting, I am Joe, and I create videos about oil and gas every week on this YouTube channel. The oil and gas industry in Canada is significant to the economy of the country, and it is projected that it will continue being critical or significant to the country. If you look at the numbers, you understand that the industry contributes about $73 billion annually to the country's GDP, and also is a significant part of the Canadian exports, contributing to about 20% of the exports that Canada does. Now, that's not an industry that you can be able to ignore. It means it's an industry that has been developed over time, and it is contributing a great deal of value to the country at the moment. And what is very critical, or what is important to understand, is that oil and gas industry is an industry in itself. There are a lot of people and businesses that actually would constitute or would help in creating the value within the oil and gas industry in Canada. We are talking of suppliers of goods and services, the operators, the oil field services company, and also a host of other people who actually play an important role to make the oil and gas industry in Canada to be what it is today. If you are an entrepreneur or a business person who is looking for opportunities within the oil and gas industry in Canada, it makes a lot of sense for you to actually spend time to understand how the oil and gas is structured in Canada, the opportunities that are available, as well as being able to understand both fiscal and legal requirements or frameworks that govern the oil and gas industry in Canada. That would put you in a better position when it comes to being able to participate across the oil and gas value chain in Canada. And to fully understand the oil and gas industry in Canada, you and I are going to look at three key segments or three key sectors of the petroleum industry. And those are the upstream oil and gas industry in Canada, the midstream oil and gas industry in Canada, as well as the downstream oil and gas industry in Canada. And the importance of this is that when you have a clearer picture of the entire oil and gas industry in Canada, it is going to provide you with a good opportunity to be able to tap into the business opportunities or career opportunities that exist within the petroleum industry in Canada. And that's why I want to invite you to watch the videos in this particular series engage with the content that I am going to be creating, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to actually ask. The oil and gas industry is a very interesting industry, and there are a lot of things that you're using in your day-to-day life that actually come or stem from the oil and gas industry. There are a lot of things that you're using today that are byproducts of the petroleum or hydrocarbon sector. And while maybe you may have, certain feelings about the oil and gas industry, the world as we know it right now actually will continue to consume, or will have a lot of space for the oil and gas industry. If you would want to continue being part of this conversation, watch the video on your screen right now. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not, and I'm going to see you in the next video.